How do you guys feel about being performers, dancers, singers, actors, playwrights, directors? How do you guys all feel about doing all of those things? And do you think it's important if you're working in any component of those, do you think it's important to understand and be able to do every aspect of theater?
I think it's important to learn it. Perfecting it is a very difficult task. You know, some of it, things are created out of discipline, desire, and talent. And oftentimes you don't have the talent to do all those things. You can perform them, you can maybe participate in them, but you don't always do them as well as you need to. You usually have one thing you can do well, and it's very important to discipline yourself to do that one thing and do it well. So if you're called upon to be able to, you know, bring it, as they say. So
it's been brought to you.
Yeah, it's important, but I don't think it's imperative to be able to have to do all those things to be a triple threat. Some people are very good and very relaxed, but each craft, each discipline within the theater, within theater arts, music or whatever, it takes a long time to perfect, and that can drive you pretty nuts over a period of time if you if you don't just focus on one. And sometimes there's residual effect of focusing on one give you some understanding of the others. So it's not important to just beat yourself over the head about trying to get them all right.
I'm actually on the other end of the spectrum in the sense that it always feels like one thing to me. When I'm writing a piece, I get the same feeling I get when I'm acting and I'm living right in that moment. When I'm dancing, when I danced well, now my body gets mad at me. So I get mad at it. I said, you're supposed to jump higher than 2 inches off the ground, feller.
Don't talk to your ass.
That's right, for crying out loud. But yeah, I see it as one thing. So when I'm writing, I feel that same connection that I feel when I'm acting and I'm living in the moment. The funny thing with the arts, they are slightly different. When I'm actually writing, that's the buzz for me. Once it's finished, I don't feel anything, which is crazy. Most people, they get the product and then that's the thing. But it's the actual writing of the piece when I'm writing that I love. Afterwards, it's like, oh, okay, well, I wrote this. It's just like actually acting in the moment. I love. Directing is when I see something happening, and I know directing may be a better actor, just because it forces you to look beyond the parameters of your character. So even as an actor now, I look at the scene. My character's important, but I look at the scene. Sometimes your character shouldn't be the most important thing in that scene. Mm-hmm. And you learn to give that power away because the entire play will benefit from your character not interfering with that thing. And we know quite a few actors who will do, I'm going to be louder than anybody right now just because I'm who I am.
That's going to make me, I'm the lead.
Yes.
Okay, well, that has nothing to do with this right now.
It's an us.
It's a common mistake, you know, for people who are on stage in front of an audience to be more boisterous, to be more, you know, demonstrative, more gregarious. Okay, 3 of those words you can take out of there. But it's kind of a common mistake. And unfortunately, it's very difficult. It takes a lot of time for people to understand the greatness of the piece and how to make the piece great, to be seen as a whole, to look at not just the bigger picture, but how that bigger picture unfolds. And so it just it happens all the time where people think I've got the lead, and so therefore it's about me.
And that's the gift of being able to teach what we know, because that's the common mistakes, like he just said. Those are common mistakes, not just for new actors. Actually, that's a common mistake for a lot of actors out there who've done things for years. So the source is actually also a way of creating a company that understands the dynamic of working in a group to make the piece great. Because if the piece is great and you're in it, you're going to get the props.
Yes. They just come hand in hand.
Yeah.